Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Reading from Srimad Bhagavatam, Canto 4, Chapter 25. The characteristics of a king, Puranjana, text number 20. Yadrichaya gatam tatra tadarasa pramadotamam Prityairita sabiri ayantim Ekoika satanayakai. Translation and a purport by Srila Prabhupada. While wandering here and there in that wonderful garden, King Puranjana suddenly came in contact with a very beautiful woman who was walking there without any engagement. She had 10 servants with her, and each servant had hundreds of wives accompanying him. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
The Muni continue, it's an allegory, using the body, this body, as a forest. While wandering here and there in that wonderful garden, in this body, while a soul is in this body, the king Puranjana suddenly came in contact with a very beautiful woman, yes, intelligence, a body, intelligence, and without any engagement. Without engagement means that the intelligence should not be engaged in anything other than service to Krishna. Our intelligence will direct the 10 wives. The 10 wives mean the 10 senses. The 5 working one and the 5 acquiring knowledge. These are the 10 servants. And see, each of them had hundreds. Each of them had hundreds of wives accompanying him. It means that one of the senses, for example, the eyes. The eye has varieties of desires. There's the eye. There are varieties, 100,000 millions. The eye wants to see. Different things the eye wants to see. If you take one of the senses, they all have billions of interests or desires. So they need like hundreds and thousands of wives. We want accumulation. What of the ear? Thousands and millions of things the ear is desiring. The ear is desiring. What of the tongue? Millions of desires to taste something palatable. Right? The nose, the same thing. All the senses have innumerable innumerable desires. And intelligence becomes full engaged to try to direct the senses how to get all these desires fulfilled. In this way, the soul will suffer. Because in all the desires of the senses, none of them has anything to do with the soul. Zero. What the eye wants, what the ears want, what the nose want, what the tongue wants, where our feet wants to go to do, the genital, the activities you want to do. They don't have anything to do with the soul, other than that the soul has to continue to be rotating in these bodies, constantly waiting for the senses to be directing, dictating, and functioning at the detriment of the soul's liberation. The soul wants liberation. By these activities, you will not give liberation to the soul. So, Narada Muni is giving this analogy. How our body functions, how the senses function. The other day we mentioned that if one is fortunate to carefully look at our lives, which we should do, we should be self-introspective. If we are human beings, we should do that. Self-introspection is compulsory, necessary for every soul. Because if we do self-introspection, we'll be able to see that everything we have been doing are all detected by our senses, not the self, not the soul. Not even the super soul. The super soul simply facilitates our selfish desires because we are helpless at all conditions, at all times. At all times we are helpless, completely helpless. For example, when one sleeps, how powerful are we? When you sleep. How powerful is our existence? If the super soul forgets to wake you, you don't get up. Only if the super soul remember, let me let go this foolish soul to continue with the nonsense. the super soul, no. Yeah, okay. Then you wake up. Without this knock of the super soul, you will not get up. That is how many people have left the body like that. Because the super soul failed to wake them up. They have gone to bed, they can't get up from the bed. Not only by sickness. By sleep one can also live. It has happened many times to many people. Go to bed, not in the hospital, in the house. You see Krishna Balaram Kijai. You cannot wake up in the morning. That is how helpless we are. That everything we need to do depends on the mercy of the super soul. Anumanta upadrasta. Lord Krishna witnessed all the desires of the living entities, all our mundane, selfish, demonic desires. Lord Krishna listened to all and give intelligence the strength to plan how to acquire all these things for the gratification of the senses. And by doing these things, the living entity continues to stay here in this material world, which our existence has been calculated to be time immemorial, because we have been here for too long. We are staying here not because of devotional service, not because of Krishna consciousness. We are staying here because of this body we have and the desire to enjoy this body. Not the desire to give Krishna pleasure, which is the original reason, the purpose Krishna expanded all of us. It was his own enjoyment. Eko bahu shami. I am one, let me become many for my own satisfaction. But Krishna has become many by expanding all of us for his enjoyment. And because we are conscious like Krishna, we are rebellious children of Krishna. So we are suffering here. The moment the soul enters into this body, when the body has, it is then the soul, the other body will start to develop. And when the body continues to develop, to become conscious when it's 7 months, become conscious. So the body is developed now to feel something. Before then, the body is not so developed that can feel anything, doesn't feel. The 7th month, the soul can feel. The body has become more developed. You can feel the pains and things. Then there's a lot of anxiety, a lot of crying, a lot of pains you can feel. So when the soul cries and the soul is let out, the body also does not feel much until the body is 5 years. Only when the body is from the 5th year that the body will start to feel the agitations of the external senses. That is why a child is not punished till it's after 5. Because he does not have the intelligence to discriminate what is right, what is wrong. And you also see our children in Christian consciousness. Before then, the parents are very happy. The first thing my child say is Haribo. That's the first thing my baby say, Prabhupada. Yes, wait when he's 6 and say, if you say Prabhupada again, he will say something else. Because that the body is developed, the senses can now react to the stimulus of the body. The consciousness will change. They feel it. Because the gratification comes. So the attention will be towards how to gratify this body. That becomes the preoccupation of boys and the girls. It becomes about activities because of the senses. So Narada is telling Puranjana, this is how the body functions. So there is nothing for the soul to do in this body. Only that the soul needs this body to do the activities which we're supposed to do, which is devotional service. So if one is not a devotee, we have lived a useless life. A useless life without a purpose. Life is purposeful only when one becomes a devotee. Then the life is of a purpose. We will fulfill the purpose of the human body. Which Lord Sahib, they warn all of us. Nunam paramata bikalma de din de apeta apu noti. Nunam paramata. We have all made a great mistake, all of us. We have made a big mistake accepting this material body. It's a big mistake. Whatever the body we have, it doesn't matter. They all have the same ingredients. All, which are all material, both gross and subtle. It's the same. Any body, any material body is of the same ingredient. The only difference is the way Lord Brahma assembled them. Lord Brahma assembled them differently because we have different desires. Not that the ingredients is different. The ingredient is the same. It's the construction. Just like a building. See, this building is different building based on the desire of the landlord. I wanted my building to be this way. Not that they are going to use separate thing. It's the same cement, blocks, iron rod, the same thing. But the engineer have the ability to shape it according to the desire of the owner of the house. So the same way that Brahma, he has the ability, he has the power to assemble our body, the senses in this body, differently according to our desire. So we have different tastes. The ingredient is the same. Even the universe itself, it has the same 24 elements. An ant, as tiny as it is, has the same element, the same. That is the expertise of Brahma. So whatever body we have in this material world, they are the same. They are all the same. Some will have more agitations, some may have less agitations. So be inclined to different kinds of things based on the mood which is governing us. So when one becomes fortunate to understand, and the Sabbath David is saying, Nunam Pormata Bikrama, the Dentity Aprita, Penoti, Tatsad Mani, the Do Amayan Api, Asat Knisda, Asat Dhira. We have made a big mistake accepting a material body, no intelligent person, Nasadutan, Nasad Mani. No intelligent person should use this body to get another material body. It's a failure. Abode jata means defeat. We are defeated. We have lived a defeated life. Even if we have acquired so many things in this material world, without the Krishna concept, without the activity which will liberate the soul from this body, is a defeat. It's only a defeat. So Rishabdev said, no, we should not use this body to get another material body. We should use this body to have a spiritual body. That is the purpose of human life. That's the purpose of human life. That we have been given a chance to get a spiritual body. Use this. Prabhupada said, you make the best use of a bad bargain. This body is a bad bargain. The best use of it is what? To use this bad bargain to get a spiritual body. That is success. That is the success of life. Because of our conditioning, we consider success differently. But the real meaning to success means that we have fulfilled the purpose of human being. The purpose of human being is to engage this body in Krishna activities. So much so that, not even for any other thing, so much so that this body will get a spiritual body. By the activities we engage this body in. That's intelligence. That's intelligence. The material world, the material energy is so strong. Intelligence is supposed to control the mind and other senses. But our situation is so dense, so dangerous that the mind will sometimes influence intelligence. Which is unfortunate. This is an unfortunate situation. It's an unfortunate situation. The intelligence is higher than the mind, higher than the senses. So the intelligence is supposed to control the mind and the senses. But the mind controls intelligence. Can you imagine? Your bodyguard had become your enemy. Huh? You have security? Your security guard is now the enemy. You're in danger. So we are in danger in this material world that our mind is influencing our intelligence. The duty of the intelligence is to guide the mind. This is wrong. This is wrong. Don't do this. Don't do this. The mind is influencing the intelligence. So, no. Oh, you need this. Yes. The mind, yes, I need this. When the eye look at the object more than necessary, according to Bhagavad Gita, 262, 63, according to Bhagavad Gita, if you look at something more than necessary, it is natural that attachment is going to develop, because the senses will send it to the mind. The mind will start, yeah, this is very good. If I get this, I'll be very happy. The moment the mind accepted that this is very good, all other senses will accept it. And the intelligence will start to show us how to get it. It's a failure of the intelligence. The mind influences the intelligence. Sometimes, most of the time. Most of the time. In Galilee, most of the time. So the mind becomes lusty. The lusty mind will influence intelligence, to intelligence also become lusty intelligence. That is the problem. That's a problem. So instead of planning, instead of guiding the mind to become detached, the intelligence now will facilitate the mind to become attached, give him all fancy directions. Sukracharya, the Srimad Bhagavatam, Sukracharya, very dangerous philosopher. If you want to get, this is intelligence talking. We'll give examples so you can understand what we're saying. In the scripture, Sukracharya said, if you like a girl and she is not interested, is not interested. This is a Bhagavatam. That's what Sukracharya is teaching. He should tell her a lie. Tell her a lie. You know, I am the president of Mauritius. If you marry me, you will travel everywhere in the world with me. As a president, you'll be the queen. And every woman wants to be a queen. Immediately, yeah. Hare Krishna. That's it. This is a lusty intelligence. Now working for the interest of the mind and the senses. And the senses. It is unfortunate. It's unfortunate. This is how material Kali Yuga is functioning. So we should seriously pray to Krishna. Take shelter. Lord Brahma told Narada Muni, I have the strength to as you say with Maya, without being disturbed, because I'm holding the lotus feet of Krishna with great zeal. That is my shelter. And Prabhupada told us, hold my dhoti. Hold my dhoti. Hold my dhoti. I will kick out Maya. He's not bluffing. Prabhupada is not bluffing. He has given us the chance. So he left for us to hold the dhoti. What does it mean, hold the dhoti? Prabhupada, what is the meaning?
Follow his instruction.
Let me go to the asana and drag his dhoti.
Follow his instruction.
Okay. Follow his instructions. Very good. Hold my dhoti. What does it mean? I forgot one answer.
Teachings. Adhere to his teachings.
Follow his teachings. Apply the teachings in our life. Yes? Good? What else? Hold my dhoti. What does it mean?
Be Krishna conscious always. Be Krishna conscious always.
How? How do you be Krishna conscious always?
Propagate my mission.
Like doing activities.
Propagate my mission. Propagate his mission.
Okay. Yes.
Like
Complete.
doing the devotional service, using the body in this ways. So satisfied, Lord Krishna.
Many people are. There's no devotee here who will not say you're not doing devotional service. Everybody is doing devotional service. So why we're not still protected, Prabhupada? Why?
Sometimes we are whimsical. is what it is.
Not sometimes. Not sometimes. We're whimsical, deviant. Devotional service should be properly understood. What is devotional service? You should know the meaning, devotional service. We say devotional service, it's our language. You know, when you become so familiar with something, you miss the meaning. You don't know the meaning again. It's only functioning. Many of us are like that. We're just functioning. We use so many words without understanding the meaning of the things we say. Therefore, we seems to do. Devotional service is different from just existing in Christian consciousness. Devotional service is different. The activities which we do with our mind and the senses and consciously offer to Krishna just for his pleasure, that is devotional service. That is devotional service. Not just activities we do in devotional environment. Many devotees have been in the movement 40 years, taking care of deities, cooking for the deities, do collection for the temple, so many things. They are living their body in a miserable way. Why? What are you responsible for that?
They have not been conscious in their devotional service.
They have been doing so many services, cooking, festivals, every day, right bulb, all kinds of. They have been cooking for years, 40 years. Taking care of Krishna Golokananda for years. For years they've been doing that. But they leave the body lamenting seriously. Lamenting, not lamentation from pure love of God, lamenting for what we are leaving behind. That's material. Why do we serve Krishna for so many years? We're still lamenting for what we are leaving behind. What is that?
Improper teaching.
The service we have been doing is not devotional service. It is service, but not devotional service. It is for our own gratification. Exercising our material profession in devotional environment, it doesn't mean devotional service. That is what you can do anywhere inside the temple or outside the temple. We can do that anywhere. It doesn't make it devotional service. Devotional service are activities we do with our senses and mind, and it is offered to consciously offered to Krishna for his pleasure. That is devotional service. So we have to check ourselves. We have been saying that. We should check where we are, what we're doing, how we're doing it. It is important. How are we doing our devotional life, service? We should look at it.